Like this. I went like this. This shit did not go like that.
Yo, what's going on, Cowboys fans? It's your boy Foots here. That was Jalen Brooks. We got to talk about it, and I got a few ideas because I didn't realize how much you guys love Jalen Brooks. I put a tweet out there, and I'll get to that tweet in a second, a tweet by myself and a tweet by Bobby Belt, and you guys really love Jalen Brooks, so we're going to talk about Jalen Brooks. But first day of minicamp day one recap. I also do the whole minicamp recap, but the day one recap, to me, I just love hearing Mike McCarthy talk about the installs, talk about what team we want to be. I'll give you guys an example of why. You look at Philly, you look at Washington, you look at all these new teams with new staffs. Their installs right now can't be as intense as the Cowboys. Here's why. Year one in the offense, they don't know what works. They don't know what doesn't work. They don't even really know how the players are going to adjust to certain things. Like, I'll be honest. I love Kellen Moore. I think he's a terrible fit for Jalen Hurts. I don't know. Kellen Moore is a lot of Linehan and Jason Garrett. Like, that's who he is. So he's great with information, great with plays and drawing up plays and, throwing in, reverses in the 20-yard line and having a reason why. But can he do the little nuanced things coaching-wise to get a Hurts right? Well, you don't even know that because right now they have to work on their installs and they have to get that stuff in for how they want to practice during training camp. The Cowboys, on the other hand, they can roll. They had a top 10 offense last year. Mike can get in there. Hey, guys, this is how we want to do things. This is the scheme that we're going to run. This is how we want to practice. And they can roll. The only learning curve it really is for the rookies. And I love that Mike McCarthy came out and said, listen, I know every year you guys will hear coaches say this is the best rookie class we've ever had. Mike McCarthy just flat out said it. This is the best rookie class I've ever been around. These guys come. It's not a fluke. They've been here every day, every weekend at the Star working. None of them have went home. So he literally has spoken that highly of the rookie class, and I think that is awesome. We got to talk about Jalen Brooks. Yesterday, Bobby Belt tweeted how he feels like Jalen Brooks, wide receiver 3 vibes. He's giving us wide receiver 3 vibes. He's pushing for wide receiver 3. And so it got me to thinking, wide receiver 3 is still open. Like, nobody has taken that by the reins. One thing I remembered about Jalen Brooks' film was he caught everything. He's a good separator. The only issue was, I wouldn't say he's super undersized, but he's slightly undersized, and he's slow. Well, the 40 wasn't great. But if he's going to be a great route runner, if he's going to catch everything, Belt was talking about his catch radius. And I'm like, you know what? He does have a great catch radius. And so I tweeted, I said, are we buying Jalen Brooks stock? Are you guys buying Jalen Brooks stock? Is he a real candidate for wide receiver 3? Is he more like a wide receiver 4? I'm going to put the tweet on the screen, man, and you guys, this is a show for you. This is a YouTube channel for you all. You guys believe that he really has a chance to be wide receiver 3, and I think that's dope. So we'll see. Like, I'm not married to anything or anybody at wide receiver 3, hence is why I wanted to draft a receiver. And I love Tober coming out. But if Jalen Brooks outplays Tober, then Jalen Brooks deserves to be on the field. He deserves to be a wide receiver 3. So that's going to be very interesting. And then finally, I love what Damone Clark had to say about Maris Lewis-Fowl, saying basically he's one of those ones. And, like, when the players talk about you like that, and it was actually good to hear from Damone Clark, he kind of, I wouldn't say that he lost his confidence, but he wasn't, he admitted that, like, last year was basically his rookie year. So to hear from Damone Clark and him saying, like, yo, I need to get better, but also I can in real time admit that a guy like Maris Lewis-Fowl is a good player and, like, he's 110% all the time and, he's one of those ones. I thought that was cool, and I thought that was, like, that's what the team building part of it is for. He talked about Eric Kendricks and how they go out to eat, and he's like, EK said, no, we going to go out to eat. We're going to do things together. I think that was sort of what this team was missing last year in a sense, like a vet who could pull all those guys together. And it's not just like he's a sorry vet; it's a guy who can play. So I think that that's interesting. I just, I love hearing that Luafau can play because I think that Luafau is going to play a lot, and he's going to play a lot of reps. And obviously Micah was there. Micah just being Micah. I love what Micah said. Mike Zimmer's never had a player like me. He hasn't. Like, Micah's a one-on-one. And I don't understand why fans get so upset that Micah's confident. I love it. Dog, if you that guy, be that guy all the way. Like, be that guy all the time. And that's who Micah Parsons is, so I thought that was cool. But minicamp, day one, recap one, I thought it was a lot of good vibes. I'll tell you this. These guys are going to hit camp running because they're in year 2 of the offense, which is already a great offense. It's literally going to be the learning curve for the linemen. If they can get it, and Mike McCarthy did say, he did talk about Cooper Beebe snaps. When I caught it, he was like, we got to make sure that the snaps are hitting right. Stop. My cat want to be in the show. I got a dog and a cat. What's wrong with me? Foots is crazy. Drummer, dog, cat, coach, just doing too much. He talked about Cooper Beebe. He said, listen, the snaps. We got to make sure the snaps are okay. So I didn't know, kind of what that meant. But it's a new position. Like, the snaps do need a fire back there. That's a real thing. And then he has to get the ID. So there's a lot that has to happen for the lineman. But outside of that, everybody else should be very comfortable in the scheme. And you got Dak and you got CD. CD's going to sign. I'm not worried about any of that. So you guys let me know what you guys are hearing, what you guys think. Minicamp, day one recap. Just wanted to talk about a few thoughts. All right, peace.